Welcome back, everybody, to Atlantic 10 Live. Chris DiSano here at the PPG Paints Arena. Beautiful backdrop. We've been here all day. And last but not least, the hometown host, Duquesne Dukes, joined by head coach Jim Ferry. Jim, how you doing?
Chris, I'm doing great, man.
Good. Well, we're going to get into a bunch of things, and I definitely want you to talk about your newcomers, sort of one by one in terms of teasing them. But I'd like to start with Taryn Smith. You know, coming over point guard, and certainly with the graduation of Mason, Coulter, Jeremiah Jones,
Sure.
you know, a lot of that ball skills, ball handling. How important is he? I know he had a light arthroscopic procedure about a month ago. How's he doing, and what are you expecting from him this year?
Yeah, Taryn's going to be a big key for us, you know, because he was in the program last year. He got to see how we do things. He practiced every day. He's extremely talented, extremely smart kid. He's going to really help us out a lot. We just got to get him healthy.
Yeah.
He had a meniscus tear. It was cleaned up. He hasn't practiced yet, as of yet, so hopefully we get him back on Monday.
Rehab going well, though?
Rehab's going well. He's getting stronger. We're just not, you know, you don't want to rush it. Make sure he gets back fully. So he'll hopefully start Monday and then get us into a groove of with his leadership.
Yeah, better that he's there in March and not necessarily in mid-October. So,
absolutely.
As far as the other newcomers, can you get folks, you know, outside of the Pittsburgh area up to speed on who's coming into the program?
Sure.
Both via the transfer and traditional variety.
Yeah, sure. Well, we brought in 2 grad transfers. Emil Blackman is one of them from Niagara.
Scorer,
6'4", versatile guard wing. Really attacks, great athleticism and length, which gives us that combination of shooting and attacking, which I think we lacked some of that last year, especially when Jeremiah went down. So he's an explosive athlete. He's really going to help us in that regard. Just his experience, his leadership. He's done a really good job transitioning into the program right now.
Okay.
And then we brought in Cale Abrahamson, who's a 6'8", perimeter 4-man. He's got great size. We can play him at the 4. We can play him at the 3.
He can board it.
Yeah, he can board. He's an exceptional three-point shooter and really easy to play with. Very gifted, has a great feel for the game. And I think both these guys have done a real good job coming in as older guys, but, you know, blending into the program instead of trying to come in and just be, you know, I've done this before type of mentality. So they've learned our system, they've learned our program, and they're bringing some leadership to it. So they've done a really good job.
Nice.
On the freshman side, I cannot be more happy with what the 3 freshmen have brought to practice every day.
Okay.
First of all, we'll start with their personalities. They're great guys. They always got a smile on their face. They're always goofing around with each other. And then when they get to the court, man, they can really play. Isaiah Mike is another 6'8", versatile forward, can really shoot basketball, tremendous offensive threat. Developing every day, he's getting better every day, but you see it. You can see what he can bring to the program. He's going to do a fantastic job for us. Mike Lewis, 6'1" combo guard out of St. Louis, he's actually done even better. I thought he was going to have a little adjustment to the college game, and he's been fantastic for us. Playing on the ball now that Taryn's out, playing off the ball. He's got a scorer's mentality, gets in the lane, really plays with great quickness. He's done a fantastic job. That first game's going a little bit too quick for him, and you know, gave me one of those like, Coach, this is different. Welcome to college. But he's doing a great job. And then Spencer Littleson, great effort every day, really disciplined player. People are trying to compare him to Micah because he's a 6'2", he's a 6'4" shooter. He's way more than a shooter, really way more. He's got a great feel for the game, works extremely hard defensively. Another guy that's just real easy to play with. So with the new guys, man, I think it's been great. Everything's been positive. They've been working really hard, and I think it's brought some uniqueness to the group in regards to personalities.
From a personnel compositional standpoint, given that the team's got a slightly different look this year, are you looking to tweak things at all, or are there certain areas that you may adjust?
Yeah, I think every year you're going to tweak things, especially with recruiting classes. But obviously when you lose guys like, you know, you graduate guys like Micah and DC, who are such mainstays, not only to our program, to this league, you know, things change a little bit. And there's some pros and some cons. But one thing, you know, for as dynamic as those two are offensively, defensively, they struggled at times just because of their length and maybe not being able to contain the ball. We're significantly more athletic. We're significantly longer at every position. We can defend the ball better. We're defending at a high rate now. Our depth is something that's shown that is going to make us different, where obviously when Jeremiah went down last year, we couldn't really recover. We just didn't have that depth, which at this level sometimes happens. Now we have the ability to go 10 deep, which I think is going to help this program evolve. Right now it's more about which pieces fit. Which 10 guy, which 5 play together at certain times is going to fit, because I think we have some versatility in this group.
What about Eric James? You know, he was a guy last year that was sort of thrust into an increased role, and it was really learning on the fly for him. What have you seen in terms of his growth and maturation?
Yeah, well, first of all, growth.
Yeah.
He's grown again.
Oh,
he's
really?
about 6'6" right now.
Physically grown.
Yeah, he's
That
physically
stopped for
grown.
me a while ago, yeah,
But, you know,
especially in the hair department.
Well, my growth was going this way now. It's not like Eric's. No, you know, Eric was doing a great job for us. When he was coming off the bench as Jeremiah's backup, he gave us energy and explosiveness, really played well. And then he was thrust into playing 30 minutes a game as a young sophomore that really didn't play much as a freshman. That was a little overwhelming for him, and he got a little worn down. I think that experience being thrown into it, the one positive that came out of Jeremiah going down was getting Eric prepared for this year.
Okay.
So I think his ability now to play at the 3 and the 4, feeling comfortable within his role and having his game experience has really helped him.
In terms of, I know you talked about how defensively you're going to offer more length than you have and probably more disruption at the point of attack. Offensively, you know, this team losing a shooter like Mason, and obviously he was much more than that, and some of the others. Do you feel that the shooting void has been filled?
No, it's just
collectively.
Yes, absolutely. It's just going to come in different positions.
Yep.
You know, Micah made a lot of threes.
Yep.
Even in practices now, I think we're, you know, our shooting percentage is only down maybe like 2 percentage-wise. Wow. We're taking less threes, but we're taking more twos and making a higher rate of twos. We're going to score a little differently. We're going to have the ability to drive it better. We're going to shoot the ball. I think we're still going to shoot the ball well, but it might not just be from the 1 and the 2 spot. I think we're going to shoot it better from the 4 and the 3. Okay. So I think our offense is going to be a little bit more balanced than it was last year.
I know the graduate transfer rule is kind of one of those necessary evils out there in some respects, and you lost one player in LG Gill, but you welcome a couple of others. How important was it for this team in terms of losing some of the leadership from last year's team to infuse it with 2 guys like that?
Yeah, and listen, I'll go on record saying I disagree with the rule. I don't like the rule. I think it's bad for our game. I understand the intent of what the rule first came out as, but what it's turned into, I think it's just hurting our game.
Yeah, the spirit
it's allowing,
is being violated.
it's allowing the other schools to pillage from levels below, and I just don't like it. And when I took over a program with APR issues, academic issues. How do you fix those issues? Is you have to graduate your players.
Right.
So here we are as a university committed to graduating our guys. We work hard as a staff. We give them resources. We graduate them, and then someone
potentially
takes them.
penalized. Yeah,
that's really disappointing. But in that regard, when that was done through our program, we have to have a plan. Everything you do in life, you got to have a plan. So we had a plan. We couldn't just take younger kids. We had to get a little older. So we tried to find the right fit to help us bridge the talented young guys that we have to some of the inexperienced returners to now getting a couple older guys. And I think we did a really good job with that.
Let's go around the league for a minute and then back to you guys one final time. First and foremost, strength of this league. You know, you've been in it for a few years now. What strikes you?
The depth of this league, man. I mean, it's every night. I know everybody tries to say it, but this league really is. It's every night. It's a battle. And, you know, it's from the top to the bottom. There are great players on every team. There are great coaches, great college environments. And I think that's the greatness of our conference, which I think the city of Pittsburgh is going to get to see firsthand when the tournament comes here. But it is. I mean, you look at the coaches, the players, the total strength of our league is the maturity of our league. You know, it's not a one-and-done conference. So you got grown men playing in their 4th year of college basketball. That just makes and that's why a lot of our teams in our league are able to compete and beat those teams at the so-called Power 5 conferences because we have men competing.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Dayton. I think I read somewhere that every one of those seniors is going to turn 22 this year. You know, that's tough. That's a lot of experience.
Playing against grown men that are fighting for their lives and careers, and that's what makes our league great.
Well, you just also set it up for a perfect transition, and you know, I talked to Coach Miller about it, being from Beaver Falls nearby, and you know, right here in the backyard, you've got this wonderful, world-class facility. What does it mean for the tournament and this brand of basketball to be taken to Pittsburgh?
I think it's great. You know, being a New York guy, obviously having a tournament in Brooklyn where I was there for 10 years.
That's nice too.
That was a great opportunity for us, but this is going to be better. I'm telling you, it's just, this is a big-time sports town. Okay, in New York, there's a lot of things going on. There's the theater, there's this, there's that. We have that too, but it's a sports town. I think we're going to get to show, Atlantic 10 is going to get to show Pittsburgh what a great league it is, and the city of Pittsburgh is going to get to show the Atlantic 10 what a great sports town this is. I think it's going to be fantastic for all the universities, most importantly for the kids playing in the games, but for the fan base, for the city, I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, it should be an exciting year and certainly tournament in March 8th through 12th. Let's descend one final time upon your program. And what do you guys need to do to get the most out of this year, to essentially reach that ceiling?
Yeah, we have to defend to a high level. Inside the line last year, we were one of the best defensive teams in this conference. 41% from the field. We really guarded. It was defending the three-point line.
Okay.
It was containing the basketball and contesting threes. With a smaller guard front, we didn't do that as well. I think we're going to be able to do that to a higher level this year and to continue to improve rebounding basketball. If we do those things, we're going to give ourselves a chance in this conference.
Well, Coach, postseason appearance last year, welcome a nice collection of new guys to pair with the returnees this year. Best of luck to the Duquesne Dukes.
Thanks a lot, Chris. Really appreciate it.
You got it. Folks, that was Duquesne head coach Jim Ferry with us, the final coach here during our Atlantic 10 Live portion. We've been rolling all day. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and cap the day with a few final thoughts.